I've been watching this story unfold about what's supposedly happening in South Africa, claims of a so-called white genocide, pushed by powerful voices like President Trump himself, who just last year in 2025 barred South Africa from the 2026 G20 over it, even halting U.S. aid. He showed videos in the Oval Office. Images, he said, proved the horror. Some of those photos, they weren't even from South Africa. They were from the Congo. Elon Musk weighed in too, staring down the South African president. It's dramatic stuff, the kind that grabs headlines. But is it the full story? Or is something else going on here? Let's take a closer look. Because the facts, they paint a different picture entirely. This lies. It didn't start in the White House. It bubbled up from online forums, spread through social media, and now it's influencing global policy. Trump's team set the refugee cap at just 7,500 for 2026, prioritizing white South Africans fleeing what he calls genocide. He confronted President Ramaphosa directly in May 2025, demanding answers. Ramaphosa pushed back, calling it a white supremacist ploy to undermine sovereignty. And Afrikaners themselves? Many are saying, not in our name. They're rejecting the exaggeration, because while crime is real, devastating, it's not some coordinated racial purge. The African court in February 2025 called it clearly imagined. So why does it persist? That's the question we need to ask. Let's get to the numbers, because in stories like this, facts matter. South Africa faces a brutal crime epidemic. Over 27,000 murders a year. Farm attacks? They're part of it, but just a fraction, around 50 to 60 cases annually, out of thousands. And the victims? Not one-sided. Recent reports from the BBC in May 2025, the last 6 included 5 black people, 1 white. Workers from all backgrounds, locals, immigrants, they're all at risk. Whites make up 7 to 9% of the population, but only 1.8 to 2.7% of murder victims. That's lower than you'd expect if targeting was real. The police don't even track murders by race in a way that supports these claims. Instead, it's poverty, inequality, a broken system hitting every community. Appear for a price. Papers? Gone. In rural areas, policing is a joke. Response times drag on for hours. This isn't a plot against one group. It's neglect. Decades of it, creating chaos that spares no one. When the state fails, crime rushes in, and without something like America's ICE, undocumented workers from Zimbabwe, Mozambique, they pour across, filling gaps but adding vulnerabilities. Rural stations, understaffed, under-equipped. It's a recipe for disaster, one that affects every South African. But let's talk business, because farms aren't charities. They're enterprises, grappling with regulations. Hire locals, minimum wages, taxes, labor inspections. It costs, and it invites scrutiny. So, some owners look elsewhere. Undocumented labor, no contracts, cash payments, off the books. It's exploitation, pure and simple. These workers live on site, without protections, turning isolated farms into tinderboxes. Short-term savings? Yes. But the long-term risks? They compound, inviting opportunists who see easy targets. Now, the rumors keep swirling. That 2025 Expropriation Act, speculation says it's a racial land grab, stripping whites of their property, but reports frame it differently, correcting apartheid-era injustices for the public good, not vengeance. Chants like "kill the Boer," led by politicians like Julius Malema. It's been said they incite violence, yet courts rule, no hate speech, no direct links to crime. What do we know? It's talk. Buzz online, without proof. Trump's moves, the G20 snub, refugee priority. Some speculate U.S. intervention, like in Venezuela, but it's unverified. Building tension without facts. Even Johan Rupert, South Africa's richest man, told Trump face-to-face in 2025, no genocide. These whispers, they drive engagement, but rarely the truth. So, why the farm attacks? It's not ideology. Farms are remote, predictable, defenseless. Criminals spot the openings, delayed police, vast escapes. It's opportunity, not hate. Human Rights Watch, Amnesty, they see no genocide. Fact checkers, Reuters, AFP, call it misinformation. Police studies, even The Lancet, point to poverty, greed. Afroforum advocates farm safety, but distances from the myth. It hits black farmers too. Court denials, they echo. And remember iShowSpeed's 2025 visit? Live streams, millions watched. White South Africans, free, safe, mingling, no incidents.